Hey guys, so through the Potty Training collection, we are offering a lot of examples of what we've done, what I've done with my own boys through the potty training process. Carissa has talked about her experience with her kids as well. And the one point that I really wanted to drive home to you, that I'm not sure if I've emphasized enough up to this point, is that timing matters. Maybe more than anything else. The question of whether or not your kid is ready to start potty training or accomplish potty training is like the biggest question, right? Because if they're not ready, you're both gonna get really frustrated. And it's not, there's a lot of things that go into being ready, and there's not, you can find checklists online to kind of gauge whether or not your kid is ready to start potty training. But the best thing is to just gauge it on your own. What is your instinct telling you? And even more than that, what is your kid telling you? So, if you start the potty training process before they're ready, you're going to have a lot of accidents. It's going to become a more negative experience. There could even be some fear around it for some kids. And it's something that needs to develop within them. There's the physical development that needs to happen. They need to be aware enough of their own bodily functions and how everything feels before they can start potty training. Because if you start potty training and physically, developmentally, they're not ready, it's just not gonna work, right? But the same holds true if they're not ready emotionally or even maturity-wise. It's gonna turn into a thing. And potty training shouldn't be this big, daunting task for you. There are people who what is it called? Elimination communication with babies, where their babies basically don't wear diapers and, use the bathroom, or they hold them over something since they're babies. And that is pretty much what you're doing if you're potty training a toddler before they're ready. It's your responsibility to take them to the bathroom every so often. It's your responsibility to watch them like a hawk and see when you think they might have to go. Instead of, putting a lot of that responsibility and trust in them, because I think that trust is a big part of the potty training process. Like, it's your body. You let me know. I'm here to support you, but this is your process. And it should be. They should be able to take control of the potty training process if they're ready. Like I said, physically and emotionally. And there's a wide range. If they don't, my son, I don't remember my first one. I'm trying to remember specifically. I think he was potty trained like right around his second birthday, either a little before or a little after, if I'm remembering correctly. And it wasn't because I'm an amazing parent. It wasn't like, it's just that he was ready. Like, he got it. He wanted to do it. We bought a potty at Walmart and brought it home, and he peed on it. And that was kind of that. There was a little bit that went into it, and I go into that in a lot more detail in my blog post, things that I was able to do to facilitate that. But really, it was his choice. However, the little girl that I was babysitting at the time, that she was the same age range, she wasn't ready. She just wasn't. And we tried a little bit, but it became a thing. And it's not worth making a thing, because guess what? A little bit down the road, when she decided she was ready on her own terms, it just happened. And again, there wasn't like a whole potty training, it wasn't a huge task. It was just kind of like, oh, and now she's going to the bathroom. Like, now she gets it. Now she goes potty. She wants to go potty, and we can work on those kind of things. So I think you do have a role in facilitating this process, but like with most things parenting, like, we can't, don't put yourself through the work of forcing your kid to do one thing or another, whether that's potty training or it applies to many other parenting topics. So there's no right time. Don't feel the pressure that all your friends' kids are going potty and yours is not. Don't let that pressure you. Try to work out, I know some childcare facilities require potty training to some degree, and you start to feel that pressure of like, all right, they're coming up on 3 years old, and I want them to be able to do this, activity without me, and they're requiring that they have to be potty trained. Like, this is a short-lived thing, and I know it seems big while you're in it, but really, as cliche as it is, and as everyone always says, like, they're not going off to college in diapers. Like, they will get it, they will get there, they will understand, and it's your job to help them along that road. But the developmental process is not a race, and every kid's gonna hit their milestones at their own pace. So be there to encourage them, be there to introduce these concepts, be there to help them when they need help with it, but don't just ignore the huge importance of them being ready and doing it on their own time. As always, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, and we're happy to chat with you. And other than that, we will talk to you later. Bye.